Hi, this is a web application basic tutorial part 2, and I'm going to show you how to fetch the database data by using this PHP and MySQL with this thread. In the last tutorial, I show you how to use this XML HTTP request to get the with this response HTTP request function to send the request from the user to the web server to get the hard coded data in the model.php. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use this PHP with this MySQL database to actually fetch the data from the database back and to the user interface. Like this, we are going to use this thread code from the table that we had assigned inside this database. So before we can start this tutorial, I assume that you already installed the MySQL database. With this MySQL, in this tutorial, I'm going to use this MySQL workbench. And you can click on this download button here. The MySQL workbench is a visual database design tool that integrates SQL development, administration, database design, creation, and maintenance into a single integrated development environment for the MySQL database system. So in this tutorial, I'm going to use this tool to show you how to create the database and the table in this web server database. So let's create a new project folder for this tutorial. This is the project folder that we had created in the last tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'm going to create another project folder, and we're going to name it the first database data. So let's start this command prompt. Let the cd to our Apache, and this is ht folder, and I'm going to create a new folder. So I'm going to use this mk directory, and with this project name, I'm going to call it fetch data, and I'm going to use this double n sign, and after that cd to this folder. And you can see we have created this fetch data folder. In this tutorial, I'm going to use this code Microsoft Visual Code Editor. So I'm going to type the code and then space and put in this dot and press the enter key, and you're going to open up this editor for us. This is our folder, the project folder here, and we can create a new file. Let's say index.html, and by using this code editor here, you can use this exclamation point and followed by the enter key, and it will auto generate this basic structure of this HTML file for you. So I will going to copy the file from the last tutorial into and paste then into this folder here. So I'm going to delete this. Going to copy all that and put into our this fetch database data project folder here. Of course, you can if you don't know how to install this Microsoft Visual Studio Code editor, you can search in the net. You can just type the Visual Studio Code, and it's going to show. You can click on this Visual Studio Code, and you can just click on this download button here, and it's going to download for you. Let's open this model.php file. So in this tutorial here, I'm going to use the data from the MySQL database. So I'm not going to use this hard-coded data over here. I will just remain this table header number 988, and before I write code to connect with our MySQL database using this SQL code, we need to create a table inside our MySQL. So let's open up this MySQL workbench. and I had created this localhost connection inside this workbench here. So I will just double click on it. In this tutorial, I'm not going to go into the detail of how to operate this MySQL workbench. I just show you how to create this table here. So I already create this tutorial to database. Actually, to create a database, you only have to select this create a new schema on this icon here, and it's going to show you what's the name of the database you want. So you just click the name that you want and then click on this apply button here. So I already create this database with this name tutorial 2, and you can select on this tutorial 2 table and then click on this button called create a new table, and it's going to ask you for the table name. I already create this table called the member, and after that you need to assign the column. So I have assigned the ID. I will also assign this ID as this primary key. You need to check on this primary key here. You can enlarge this display here, and you can click again, double click here, and for the second column name, I'm going to call it a name, and it is belong to a parent. You already assign you as a 45. You can change this by double click on it. For example, you can change to maybe 15, and you can create another one. I will call it the H. After you finish everything here, you just click on this apply button, and it's going to create this table for you. You can right click to show the data inside this member here. And here now I already insert the one data. You can insert another data by double click on it and say the ID is 2, and give another name, maybe Michael, and the age is about 50. After you key in this data, you need to click on this apply button here. So you are going to use this command to insert the new data into your database. So you just need to click on this apply button and click on this finish, and you will create a new data inside your database table. So let's go back to our code here. So I'm going to display these two data into our HTML table. Let me run this tutorial here. So to run this tutorial, we type localhost. Our project file name is first database data, and then followed by this index.html, and hit the enter key. By now you can see that this is the result that we have created in our last tutorial, and these two data is from the hard-coded data here. So now I'm going to let me put this beside this code here. So now I'm going to write this PHP code to fetch the data from the MySQL database. So first we need to set this. We need to let the system know the server name. So the server name is localhost, and we need to know we need to create an object to hold this username of the server, or we need to create the username object for this database, and it's I have set it to the name as loop, and the last one is the password to access to this database. I set the password as the potato 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Let's go back to here again. If you forgot about your database password, you can go to the server here and select on this user here, and this is your user. I have created a user called this root. You click on it, and this is the password that you have set, and you can change the password here if you forgot about the password. Next, let us create a connection. Create a connection. in this three parameter: server name, username, and password. Next, we need to check the connection. So we use this if no connection. This connection is failed, we're going to stop the system by using this die function, and we're going to display this connection, the message with this message connection failed, and we're going to pass in this connection error message. If the connection is okay, then we're going to make a query to fetch the data from the database. So I'm going to write this SQL command to display the data from the database into the table over here. I'm going to use this select and with the column name, ID, name, and H. And from the table called I already assigned the name of the table is the tutor. Layer 2 is our database, and the table name is a member. Next, I'm going to use this result object to hold this connection with this query command. Next, if the result is okay, we have the data. If the number of the row inside this table is greater than 0, this means we have the data. Then we can output data of each rows. I'm going to use this while loop. I'm going to assign an object called row. Going to get all the data from this result object here. So I'm going to type in this fetch associate function, and I just use this code here over here. So I just copy it, and I'm going to delete this data here and paste them inside here. And I'm going to change this hard-coded data to our database data. So this 0 means the first column is ID. So this will be the second one and the third one. So it's going to be 1 and 2. And after this, if there's no data, we're going to set this data to we will just get the default. Set the default for this data over here. And you don't forget to cross this connection. I think and let's save, and let's try to reload this page over here. And I think we got some error. So let's check what's the error. So you press on this F12. I think there's some error on this line 29 and 30 and 31. So based on here, so it's here we should not put in 0. We're going to use this name of the column. So it's ID, name, and followed by the H. Let's save and reload again, and you can see that the data from the database has been inserted into our this user interface table over here. So this is how we fetch the data from this MySQL database by using this PHP command with this SQL select command over here. So that's all for today. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to insert the data into the database and delete the data for this table over here. Thank you for today.